Hello everyone, this is Prashant. Welcome to the channel. So basically, what are the today's topics related to Java framework? So one of my junior asked me he need a framework to use in his project because he's like a beginner level guy. Okay. So but in his project they asking for a framework from Selenium Java to automate his test cases. So yesterday I started creating a small framework for him. So I thought like I can go to YouTube, you guys to publish in YouTube as well. Like everyone get some rumors beginner in automation or anyone want to learn a framework. So you can utilize this, and I can providing this GitHub URL in the description. So anyone want to see the code, go to the description and get the GitHub URL over there, and you can use it, and you can take the code into your repo, and in the resume also you can mention that this projects you done something. Of course you are a freshers or the first intern level, anything. Okay, so cool then. So I want to say the things, it's not a any like innovation or anything. So it's most of the framework structure is already available, but what difficulty I faced is like so whatever I'm using in my current projects or previous projects, so the versions are little older. So I tried to use all the latest version which is available on yesterday, October, like November 27th, whatever the latest version of all the libraries. What is the point bit of shocking is like so many methods are deprecated even I feel like sick sometimes, like man, so many codes are methods are deprecated, they modified the method, that method is not even available right now. So I face difficulties in each, even though any recording in the YouTube or any document in the Google, everyone is giving the old code for old libraries, but there is no proper like place for latest code. Okay, so that's why I thought like to bring up the as much I can to modify the my even I am facing some was a little bit older when I'm feeling that code was deprecated. So deprecated in sense everyone want to know, most of the people know. Deprecated is like, suppose I have this method in Selenium on this version 3 dot something. When after the 4 release, the some of the methods were removed from the latest version. Does not mean it's not support. It will support, but it's not recommended. Okay, so that's why it's most of we call it deprecated. That means in the latest version, the old methods or some of the methods we are removed and added in another places or make it advanced like that. Okay, that is called deprecated. Okay, so I will give you the code like folder structure or through, and this is not a, I'll tell you, this is not a final framework I'm working on, but only you can understand the folder structures where I need to put the util files, listeners, everything. I can giving you code through in a short span of time, like maximum 5 to 6 minutes. So you can go to the my description and get the code, and directly you can see the code, and if you want to modify anything, you can simply modify as per your need, as per your framework, as per your websites. Okay, and get each file. Okay, in this overall picture, so this is the entire product folder structure. So in the pom.xml I try to provide what are the minimal expected libraries like Selenium Java, WebDriver Manager, TestNG, Extend Report, I like use JSON, those things. And in coming days when I'm improving this framework, I will add some other more as well. Okay, so I will give you the clear structure, like how to clone, how to move to the folder, how to install the libraries which required, and how to trigger the job. Okay, so this is the overall structure. So in this format XML file, I provided all the necessary stuffs. Okay, and in the folder structure under SRC there are 2 folders as comes, main and test. So in the main I have the base package, config, enums, pages, reports, configurations, test data configuration, and utils. Okay, in the main Java. And in the test Java I keep a listeners, test shoots, and test cases. Okay, and under the test resources I provide the configurations and test data JSONs. So right now I'm using JSON, but I'm planning to move everything to the CSV. Okay, so cool. So we'll go to one by one. So in the base I brought the base factory and a basic Selenium listeners. And in the config folder, I provide the config, like whatever the configurations we are setting here, right? So this config reader will get the informations and share across, like. So as of now, I provide the basic configurations in the code, okay, in the properties file, and in the enum. So what are the browsers types? Those things I provide in the enum class. So simple. Right now I have 2 browsers. Suppose you need a more browsers, means we can add include in here. And the pages. So in pages, page I'm created as abstract. So here I have some of the predefined methods. It's a common methods like clicking actions, set actions, set wait actions for my small login. But in this class only, I'm going to include this class all the methods which are available for the Selenium. Okay. So in the base page and the login page, I'm utilizing the base page structure, because instead of creating on each page the properties, so we simply in the base page, in one page itself, we can initialize our page factory concept, and we can simply use that in all our super classes on whatever sub child classes, okay, from super class. Okay. And then in the report sections, I are just using extend report here. Okay, that is more colorful and more simpler one compared to the Java TestNG reports, everything. But extend report are more colorful in always. That also I'm using latest version of 5. So, but still the projects are using 2, 3, maximum 4. But I try to use the 5th one. And in the test data, so here I'm simply using a JSON right now due to the time consuming, because I started yesterday only. So in this JSON also available, and I am going to implement a CSC as well, because both are very good in terms of open source and as well as fast. Okay. And in the utils, I have a basic Selenium utils. I can have 2 kind of utils I used. Here I am using the basic for Java utils, and in the Selenium, in the page here I try to use the common methods for Selenium based ones. So the base page also, it's kind of utils only. Okay. So these are the available things in the main Java. And if we go to test Java, in the listeners, here I'm using 2 listeners. One is iTest listener. This is for TestNG. And another one is WebDriver listener. This is for Selenium. Okay. In Selenium, you don't want to write the reporting structure in everywhere, like whenever you're doing entering the data, whenever you're doing the clicking. So you don't want to write the reporting there. Simply using the Selenium listener, WebDriver listener. So in this, after every click, I'm using an after sense after click of thing. We used before also, but if you're using that one, it will make the reporter wider. So I'm using basics whatever needed for a web Selenium. One is iTest listener is for TestNG, and WebDriver listener is for Selenium WebDriver. Okay. So and in this, I'm incorporating all the steps, even the screenshots. Even the screenshot I'm using a base64. It is more. It never takes any memory much. Like suppose if you're using normal screenshot method like a file or PNG or JPEG, so it takes more number of MPs and it will make our Jenkins more loaded. So in this base64, so I'm using the simple base60, so it never takes anything from memory. It's always in the KBs. Okay. So this will available on whenever test failures only. So next in the shoots, I have only one shoot right now, but I'm planning to put dev environment, QA environment, and production. Right now, just to put a production. So I'm going to make a profile in the format XML file. So based upon the profile configuration, while calling the running the method, you can run any environment like production, dev, or anything. Okay, cool. And in the test, we have base test. So base test is basically an initial setup. So there are only the driver stuffs. Okay. And in the driver manager, moreover, and even the driver manager is similar to what we are doing in the Java base way here also. But here I am doing some decorator and all, because as I said earlier, there are so many changes as done in the extend level, even WebDriver listener itself. All the methods are available in Google, right? All are duplicated. So I'm not able to do anything. So that's why I moved mode here, okay, because I'm using TestNG listeners. So TestNG need to be always in the test folder, I mean the test directory, not on the main directory. So that's why I moved the drive manager. And login test, I added a simple test for one simple test case. So I'm planning to write 4 to 5 test cases and 4 to 5 pages in this framework for your knowledge. So tomorrow or day after tomorrow you can pulling the GitHub again, so you will get the latest code again. So I'm planning to keep on update this framework whenever I get a time or whenever I'm getting any idea, or I'm planning to implement more design patterns and more roots concept in wherever it's required. Okay, so these are things. And in the configuration, as I showed you earlier, and this data, I'm simply putting in some small dummy data for valid login and each test cases based upon the difference. Okay, and all the reports which are going to come in the HTML reports page only, you can simply right click and open in the browser. So here you can able to see the each test cases. Okay, so that is the cool thing it has. Okay, and in the readme file I'm providing clearly all the informations which are for basic setup things. You can use this. Okay, so these are the overall framework. So I hope it will work help for not all the people, but whomever is a beginner level who was learning the automation first time, so that will helpful for their implementing their projects, implement in their day-to-day activities. It will helpful for them. Okay, so thanks for watching. So I will put the another one video after completing all the setups. So to enhancing this same framework with including a Jenkins as well to execute this project. Okay, so thanks again, once again. Bye.